Hi crypto kings and queens, my name is Natalie. In today's episode, I will show you why I sold the market while I was recording this video. I used this previous resistance that we have in the middle of the range market. We created a potential lower high going down to the lower time frames. You can see how perfectly the market came up, retested the Fibonacci levels that I also combined with this previous resistance. I got 3 different targets on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. Don't forget that I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first because I only share what I see on the charts, nothing more than that. But please continue looking at this video and I'll show you step by step why I took this trade on Bitcoin. Okay, going to the daily right away because we need to identify what type of market we're in, and we are in a sideways market, which is very important for us to understand because it is from the resistance you see all of the fake outs, and by understanding that we are not being faked out, which is really good. So we have a resistance that is around 31,340 and we also have a support that is around 28,440. Looking at previous days, so yesterday we did close with an inverted hammer or hanging man, if you want to be precisely. I definitely believe that we can push back down on the lower time frames. This is exactly what we will go into on today's live stream, morning live stream. I told you that I didn't know exactly what to do at the moment, and sometimes that is just totally fine, that you don't even know what you're looking at, and that's when you're just stepping out of the charts and you just wait for the market to do whatever. We came back up to the previous resistance. This was a demand zone that we retested before, so now this technically is also a supply zone, and we did close with this candlestick below against this previous lower high. This is also a lower high because you can, even if we are in a sideways market, they are below each other. We are in a sideways market. As you can see, sometimes we don't go from the resistance back down to the support or all the way. In this case we did, but this is why it's really important to understand a sideways market, because you can see that you never know exactly if we will come back down to the support. As you saw right here, the market never came back down, so a lot of people would sold the market and expect the market, and I was actually one of them, and I thought the market was supposed to go down even more. But then you saw this huge push again to the resistance, and the same thing happened yesterday. We had this huge drop, and then from a couple of days ago, and a lot of people, even me, because with this huge candlestick, I was like, no, definitely the market is pulling back down to the support before we're reaching the resistance again. But we just came back down around 50% of this range market, and then you saw the market push back up. So that is why it's really important, as I told you, to understand what type of market we're in. And we technically had another support right here, because when we are in a sideways market, you have different support and resistance zones, right? You have one support here, you have one support here, you have one resistance right here that is also combined with previous resistance. And to see where we are right now at the market, we are retesting this previous resistance. Oh my God, the coffee is ready. I'm gonna go. If we want to see the market actually going down and we don't want to be faked out from it, we go to the daily chart again and we are retesting this previous resistance as we were looking at the 4-hourly chart. And based on that, it looks like we can actually continue back down, because you can see the market, you had the low, you had the lower low, a lower high, and now we could potentially see another lower high now being created. Even if we are inside the range market, I can still trade the market inside of it as long as I know my level. So we go down to the 1-hourly chart, and this doesn't look so good. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna adjust the resistance against the high at 30,590. So you can see that this is a level, this is a box. I still believe that the market will continue back down, but that is only because on the previous day we had this inverted hammer. If we see that the market is closing below 30,520, this could actually be where we see the market giving us a resistance again and then see the drop. So what we're looking at right now could be a potential fake out from this resistance. If we drag a Fibonacci from the lower high, that is from 31,385 back down to the support at 29,980, this is also exactly where Bitcoin came up and retested the Fibonacci levels at 30,843, and we are below 30,677 at the moment. Go down to the lower time frames. What we also can do is that based on this break that we had to the downside, you know, as always, what I do is that I take the Fibonacci, I take the trend line just to identify the break of structure right here. But we are using this previous high and we combine it with the low. We can also drag it back down so it fits exactly to the bodies of the candlestick. And you can see that as usually what I do in different ways, you can either take the Fibonacci from this high to this low, and this was something that I did a couple of days ago when we saw the market, or we did have a morning live stream about this. So I saw the market from this level back down, but now we can still use the last high with the lower low that was created, because this technically, with this huge move, this was the lower low, and the market does what? The market comes up and retests the 50% and 61.8% of this whole move that we did have. So market comes back up right now, retested, and then if we break below the support, the previous resistance, and we turn it into a new resistance, this could definitely take us back down. And you can also see that based on this Fibonacci, you're also combined with that we're slightly below the support, but take profit 1 is 29,478, take profit 2 is 28,670, and take profit 3 is 27,950. This could definitely happen because, as you already know from before, is that I still believe that we will come back down. I've said it so many times, and I still believe that we need to come back down to 25,200 to fill this wick that we did have, and then whatever happens, but I do not know, but I definitely believe that we need to come back down here and fill this wick, and then slowly and steady see the market. Long term, we will break to the upside, but this is the move that I'm looking for at the moment. And while I'm recording this video, I obviously took the trade because I definitely believe that we will continue back down. I just sold the market on market execution, and I have my take profit at 28,660, and I have my stop loss slightly above this previous high that would at 31,015. Don't forget that you can also receive a bonus through Bitcoinsensus and me up to $4,050 on BYBIT. You have the link in the description down below the video. You also have it in the corner. This is how you're supporting me and Bitcoinsensus. And for example, if it takes 1 day for the market or 2 days for the market to reach my level, during these days the market or BYBIT will give me very low fees, and this is the great thing when it comes to BYBIT. So you have the link right here. And the same thing for Ethereum. Obviously, I also believe that we will pull back down from this level. We were talking about this consolidation market in the morning live stream too. Another thing that we can do is that we drag the Fibonacci from this high at 1,844 back down to the low at 1,776. We go down to the lower time frames, and we can see how perfectly the market came back up and retested the 0.61.8%. And if the market now will continue back down, take profit 1 will be 1,760, take profit 2 will be 1,726, and take profit 3 will be 1,694. Remember that if we now see the market pulling back down, either if it is to the upside or to the downside, one very important thing that we have to have in mind, because we don't want to lose money when it comes to the charts. Even though I'm no financial advisor, you choose to do whatever, but when you see the market coming back down to a previous support like this, usually what the market is doing is giving us the fake outs. You see the market try to break the level, and then you see the market close inside the support or the resistance zone again, give it as a retest, and then you see the market continues to maybe to the middle of the range or to the resistance. And the same thing when it comes to the resistance. You just might see the market try to break it. You see the market slowly and steady pulling back down and close below the resistance, see the retest again, and then see the market drop either to half of the range or back down to the support. So overall, we are in a range market. This is why it's really important for us to understand that and always check that first, because even if the market is in heavily downtrend, in a sideways market, it's easier to trust the market when you're having the trend, but in a sideways market, you get a lot of fake outs. So don't be fooled. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, for looking at this video together with me. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time or when I do have my daily updates. I am super happy today. Maybe you can see that. After this video, I'm going for some workouts. So we see each other in today's live stream that I will have a couple of hours after this video. Mwah, from Sweden.